You have to admit, there are few things better than a freshly baked chocolate chip cookie. But if I were to pick something, I'd have to say that ice cream sandwiches fit the bill. And made with a homemade chocolate ice cream, well, that just takes it over the top. I'll show you how to make an easy homemade chocolate ice cream. What I have in my pot already is a 1.5 cups of milk. I'm going to add a 1/2 cup of whipping cream and heat this up until it just begins to simmer. Bubbles are just breaking the surface. I'll take this off the heat, and I have here 6 ounces of dark chocolate, not the kind that I use in my chocolate chip cookies. You have to use baking chocolate in a homemade ice cream to ensure that it melts smoothly. You want that creamy ice cream, as creamy as possible. So I'll pour the hot milk over the chocolate. I've got 4 egg yolks here, and I'll add to that 1/2 cup of sugar. And before I whisk that, I'll whisk my chocolate mixture, just gently until the chocolate is melted and the whole mixture looks like warm chocolate milk. There we go, that's nice and smooth. Now, whisk my egg yolks and sugar together and then gradually pour in this chocolate mixture. Now, I'll return the custard to my pot and I'll switch to a wooden spoon and over medium heat, continue to cook this. I can feel the custard thickening as I stir it. But the true test is to take your wooden spoon and rub your finger down it. When you can make a nice clean line, then you know your custard is fully cooked. I'll take this off the heat, give it a little strain. Then, to cool the custard down and also add a little more richness, I'll add another full cup of whipping cream. So even though I've cooled it down with that addition of the whipping cream, it's still too warm to put into an ice cream maker. I'll set this aside to cool, then chill it completely before I add it to the ice cream maker. I have a batch of the chocolate custard already cooled. And of course, the chocolate within the custard thickens up the whole mixture. Oh, you can tell how sinful that ice cream is going to be. I'm using just a basic ice cream maker with the frozen insert that you drop in. And the function of an ice cream maker is just simply to keep the custard in motion, to prevent large ice crystals. That way, with small ice crystals, you get a really creamy taste on your palate when you're eating the ice cream. Before I pour the custard in, I start the machine. That way, the paddle immediately gets that custard moving. It can take anywhere from 10 to 20 minutes for it to freeze up. And there we go. And when it is done, don't expect it to look like firm packed ice cream. It has more of a loose, soft ice cream texture to it. You have to put it in the freezer to firm it up. I'll just scrape this into a container. And I have to pop this in the freezer until it's firm. It does take a few hours to firm up the ice cream. And I've got a batch of firmly frozen ice cream and a fresh batch of chocolate chip cookies. Now, they have cooled to room temperature. You don't want to put together an ice cream sandwich with hot cookies. You'll just melt your ice cream. Do a nice big scoop of the ice cream. Let's pick the biggest cookie possible. Right in the middle, and gently sandwich it together. Now, that is a treat for a kid of any age.